So we have Darryl here. Okay. Amazing, amazing, Darryl. Thank you for taking the time out to be with me here today. Darryl, you've had a win in which you have gained clarity being in this process right now with us. Tell me more about that. Tell me more about that win, you becoming more clear in the process. Yeah. What's that been like?
Yeah, so I was kind of headed in this direction a little bit anyway, but this just really helped me with my messaging. I work with parents who have a child who is addicted to drugs or alcohol, and I was really sort of in my messaging before I came into this program. Um, I was really reaching out to pretty much all parents in that situation, and I realized that um, from doing some coaching that they really fall into two categories, and one is the parents who have a child who has already been to treatment, and sometimes they can get a little bit jaded because their child's been to treatment either once or sometimes several times, and so they're not as easy to help. And when I say they're not as easy to help, it's not that, I mean, there's a whole way of helping them, but it's different. And I think the place where I can be the most effective is in helping those parents who have just learned that their child has an addiction, or they've known for a little while, but they haven't been to treatment yet. So, just narrowing that focus down a little bit and getting really clear on my messaging to those people,
Mm,
I
mm.
think will pay dividends.
Amazing, amazing. And so before joining us then, where were you before? Like where were you with the whole thing?
Yeah, so I was, you know, really just putting out a lot of info on social media, and gaining some traction and getting some followers and all, but really was not converting any of those people into clients. And so I was just like, I'm like, man, I'm doing all this work and I'm
Mm,
putting all this info out there and I'm helping people, but I'm not helping them on the level that, a lot of times, most of the times they're consuming the information, but they're not taking the action they need to take.
yes.
And so I felt like I feel like this is really, is kind of the whole program is sort of an example. In other words, it really teaches you, the client, who's going through this program, how to take action, and it holds you accountable to taking action consistently. And I realized I need to do that with my clients, because it can get really easy it can get really, there's some very, very difficult decisions that have to be made, and they will get stuck in making those decisions sometimes out of fear. And
Mm,
so I think I can take some of the things I'm learning here and apply it to what I'm doing with my clients and help them overcome those fears and take the actions they need to get the results that they want.
incredible, 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 incredible. Right. And for you particularly, Darryl, what have you enjoyed the most about COA then? So some people say that it's the process or it's the main program and it being easy to follow along, step-by-step modules that people talk about the support. So, we're basically right there with you every single step of the way, answering questions, whether on the live clinics or in the group, or maybe it's the assets, right? So funnels, templates, ad copy, close the process. What have you particularly enjoyed the most yourself?
It's hard to narrow it down to one thing, but I guess there's really two things that stand out to me, and the first is just the simplicity.
Mm,
So you can really focus on just one ad and one process and one sales process. Just really the simplicity of that. Because before I was kind of going in a million
mm.
different directions, and that's probably the first thing. And then the other thing I would say would be, um, gosh, I lost my train of thought there for a second. Sorry.
It's
but
okay.
but yeah, that would be probably the main thing.
Nice, 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 nice. And what would you tell someone who was thinking about thinking about joining COA, sorry?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it for anyone who is a coach who's looking to gain some traction, who wants to who wants to get started. Like I felt like I had the cart ahead of the horse a little bit. In other words, I was already at that point where I was looking at ways to to sort of scale my business, but I didn't really have the steady inflow of clients yet that I needed. So I need that flow of clients to be able to work with them more consistently to tweak the program.
Mm,
So yeah, I would recommend it to anyone, particularly anyone trying to get started out, any type of coaching.
amazing, amazing. Well, look, Darryl, it's amazing. You know, you got your messaging a lot clearer. You're seeing that the process is a lot simple, and we just have to follow along so that we can then keep on progressing forward. So, look, I appreciate you for being here and taking the time out with me today. Looking forward to your journey and to just keeping up the momentum so that we can really start putting in that clarity, that messaging out into market and finally reading in the desired outcome, which is more clients that you can impact in their lives and help. How's that sound?
That's great. That's
Amazing.
great. I appreciate it. And I did that other thought did come back to me if I could.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really just the I do enjoy the all the videos that take me step by step through the process
Mm,
of creating the
mhm.
funnel and getting everything set up, because that was a kind of a choke point for me before, where I was getting bogged down in some of the details of getting all that set up, and it just felt a little overwhelmed. And I can watch the videos and step by step go through and implement all of those pieces of the equation.
Yes, amazing, amazing, dude. Well, look, thank you again, and let's keep it going. And yeah, just follow the steps, and we'll get to the outcome. Okay, so amazing. Thank you again, Darryl. And yeah, more to come, no doubt.
Great.